today?
Office Exchange Podcast.
Hey.
I got Angelo and Gabe with me here today.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Gabe, Angelo.
Yes, sir.
You left me. You went into the military.
Yep. 2 years. October of 2015.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And
man.
I saw you for the. I saw you in Macy's. I never forget.
Oh
it.
yes.
Oh, I was there too.
Yeah.
Actually,
Gabe was
you were with
there.
your mom.
That was
yeah.
I forgot where that was at.
It was Douglaston.
The one in
Douglaston.
Yeah.
Because it
Shutting
was
down.
closing. It was
Yeah.
closing.
Those
Yeah.
sales, you know.
And then
Yeah.
I saw you, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's Angelo!"
Yeah.
And then I was talking to you for a little bit. Then after that, I didn't see you, of course, because I dropped off the face of the earth. I got off social media, so there was really no way for us to get in contact when you came back. And of course, you were doing your thing with when you came back. You know, the first people you want to see is not necessarily me. You know, like of course you want to see me, but the people you want to see is like your family and your closest
like
friends.
The
and,
closest,
you know, things like that. But then you put on your Instagram. Oh, I seen your Instagram. I was like, holy shit. I don't follow Angelo, so I followed you, and then
oh yeah, that was like not even a week ago.
A day later, like a couple days later, you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go out. Who wants to, come out, whatever?" And I was like, "I'm down." So then you messaged me. You're like, "Oh, come here and whatever." And then we linked up, and
it was a good time.
And then you told me you watched my podcast, which made me so happy.
I support you.
You know what it is? This is the thing. People say, "Oh, I watch your podcast. I like the podcast, this and that," but some people can say that and see the Instagram clips. They don't actually go out there and watch it. But I
know the details.
Me,
I did.
I quoted you in a podcast.
I know. I listened to you, bro.
About something that happened.
Yeah.
And it was awesome to hear.
Yeah, that must feel really good.
Yeah, it was.
Like
I can only imagine.
Created,
bro. Yeah. It was
a good feeling.
It was amazing. I was like, yes, because it's like a lot of people they'll say like, oh yeah,
I watched your podcast.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I checked it out, but like in reality, they'd watch it for like 20 seconds. Or
they'll see like the minute clips I put on Instagram, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, I watch it. One time someone said that to me. They were like, oh yeah, I watch your clips. I see them on Instagram. You're not watching. You see it. You know what I mean? It's like you're not actually watching it, which. I appreciate anybody who takes the time out to actually listen to a minute clip. Like, a lot of people, they just scroll right past it.
It's a short attention span.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, long content, like, no one watches that shit at all.
It's sad.
A lot of music you hear now, back in the day, if you listen to a song from 2000, it's 4 or 5 minutes. You listen to a song now, it's 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds.
6ix9ine with a minute 30 bangers of fucking Stray Away.
Dude, I swear to God, like, I respect, not respect, but I listen to 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
But I realize, I'm like, his longest song is like 3 minutes and 25 seconds, like around that area, and that's sad.
And I mean, it's not just him though; it's a lot of the
it is.
Tentacion does it a lot. That unfortunately he got murdered and whatnot. But when he was making music, bro, what is one song? It's like a minute long, bro. Yeah. It's like crazy, but it's understandable though because we, believe it or not, we come from a different time than these kids that are coming up now, and it's crazy to think how old we are. Like,
I know,
I'm 20 years old, bro.
I know.
I'm gonna be 21 in like 5 months. Like, and then you don't realize how old you're getting. Like, sometimes, like, I look at a girl and they're like, "Yo, she's 18," and I realize I can't really mess with an 18-year-old. Like, I don't realize how old I really am. You know, it's like, or like she's 17. You think like,
it's
when
it's under the age, it gets a little weird. Like,
she got 4 months. Like,
I
don't know. It's crazy,
bro. It's insane. But how was it seeing everybody? Because
it was great because like I was thinking to myself, I was like, every time I come home, it's either I see Gabe, Joe, TK, Vinny, and just like those 4. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, like I have a lot of guys that like support me, like you, John Terrell, like a lot of you guys, and I feel like I'm blowing you guys off. So I'm like, you know what? Whenever I have a break, I want to throw a party because I want to like feel the love from all you guys, and I give love back to you guys because I don't want to like come out next year and I see you in the street and you're like, oh, that's Angelo. I haven't talked to him in 4 years. He can at least message me. You
have to understand from our perspective, it's like we respect why we don't see you, right?
Yeah.
When you see a friend like you haven't seen, for example, if I don't see Elijah for a month, I'm gonna get mad at him because what is he doing? What is he at Kalamaki? Or what is he at school? Like, you don't make a time to see me, but you're doing something that we respect as people. Right? And there's some people out there that may not respect the decision that you made, but us knowing you and knowing how big of a heart that you had, I always said that you were so annoying. I did not like Angelo at first because of how...
You're not the only one,
he was the same way. He was the same way.
How... you're just so annoying, but like, leave me alone, get away from me. Like, he would just mess with me to the point where I was like, you're pissing me off.
It's too much.
But as you look at it from a different perspective, it's like, his heart is so big, and that's why there's nobody like that, right? Like, his heart is so big, it's like he's just like me, just in a different way, right?
He really shows it.
Exactly, and it's like it's like what, like I don't know. Sometimes you have to sit back and realize like,
like,
what is bothering you? Like, it's bothering you that he's trying to like hang out with you. Like, what is like?
Exactly.
It's bothering you that he's messing with you.
I get that a lot. Like, it's because like I want you to be my friend, but like I want us to be friends like quickly. You know what I mean? Like I want us to be like we see each other every day. Like, what's up? Like, come on, like be in my life. You know what I mean? I think that's how I am when I meet people.
Yeah.
Which I'm not gonna change myself. You know what I mean?
Nah, of course not.
Like
never.
I'm always.
That was one of my problems. I was always looked at. I was talking about last night with just the Cherry. I was always looked at as like a weird kid, right? Because I was always louder and I was always like out there and I was always against what everybody else was doing. When everybody else was cheering in the lunchroom at Holy Cross, I was like, "Can you guys shut the hell up?"
I remember that,
right?
Yeah.
And when everybody was screaming, "Fuck a job," I'd be, "Go get a job." What the hell do you mean, fuck a job? Go get money, bro. What is this? You know, because everybody was like going against with the times, like what we were talking earlier about, like about being like. Now the music is all depressed and everybody wants to be depressed, right? Like I was kind of going against that, and I always used to, and I don't smoke, right? Like because everybody else smokes, you know, like 'cause I was always different, and I don't know where the hell I was going with that, but
what were we talking about?
I don't know, man. I fucking
back to the short attention span. Look how bad it is.
It all
Look how bad it is,
bro.
No, I think what we were talking about, like,
because I mentioned you being different.
Yeah,
right? And
then I was explaining to you like why I had the party last night.
Because you want to get everybody together.
Yeah.
No, how was that though? Has anybody like changed in seeing how? Because I know some of us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm completely not completely different, but I'm definitely different than when I was in high school. I'm way more understanding now, and I see things from a different perspective, and I've done a lot of things since you left.
Yeah, you definitely seem way more open-minded. I didn't know you that well in high school, but I could tell just as a person, the way you are, you seem way more open-minded. Way more accepting, I guess I would say.
I mean, I have to, right? Like, I don't like to... I feel like the energy you put out into the world is energy you get back, right? That's my thing. So if I'm putting out positive energy, I feel like it's going to come back tenfold, right? So that's kind of like how I live. And I always say I have to lead by example, right? So if I'm sitting here telling you, yo, Angelo, you know, you need to start working out, and I don't go to the gym, how do I look, you know?
Yeah.
If I tell you, like, Angelo, you need to start networking for jobs and whatnot, and I sit in my house all day and I don't work with anybody... You know, like, that's my thing. And I always say I have, like, 3 things I live by, right? Be the change you want to see, right? So if I tell you to do something and I'm not doing it, I look like an asshole, right?
Yeah.
Lead by example, right? Because I can't tell you to do something if I'm not doing it, right? And then, you know, positive energy always comes back. That's how I feel. I could be wrong.
Maybe some good 3 rules to follow.
Maybe one day I'll get, like, murdered and
honestly,
positive energy.
like,
Just go.
like, but everything you said is, like, I respect all that. Because, like, Marines, like, one of our slogan is lead by example.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, like leading by example in the Marine Corps. So, like, if we're taking fire, you know, from the enemy, and then I'm like in charge of my like junior Marines, like the term junior Marines means like the guys that just came, because like I'm considered a senior because I deployed, so I have like my new guys.
But wait, for anybody who doesn't know, what does deployed mean?
Okay,
right? Because there might be some people who are like, what the hell is he talking about?
Okay, so obviously being in the armed forces, if you're lucky, you get to deploy. Some people don't. I got lucky. I got to deploy twice. I'll tell you guys where I deployed so you guys know. So I deployed to Haiti back in October of 16 when the hurricane hit. It was only a 30-day deployment. Basically what we did was we supplied Haiti with like food, water, supplies.
How was that experience?
It kind of sucked because like we were on ship for like 30 days and we didn't know what we were getting into. But like helping out the people in Haiti, it was beautiful.
It's definitely a humbling experience.
Yeah, it was really nice. And then my next deployment was, it started February of 17 last year. Went to Israel, Greece, and when we were in Greece, we were told, hey, we have a 10% chance to go into Syria, pack your bags. They gave us a list. They read off the roster who's going because not everybody went. And then the next day, it was confirmed, like, hey, so we're going to Syria. So, you know, get ready. And then, so for the process for us to get to Syria, we had to go to Kuwait. Reason being is because like we had a train in like the hot desert for our bodies to get used to being in Syria.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, because like I guess how they looked at it is like they don't want us to go to Syria and us like falling out, which means like getting dehydrated and like collapsing on the floor. Yeah. So we were there in Kuwait for like 25 days, and then we went to Syria for 5 months. You know, we left as I don't know what the number was, but we all came back as. Like, everyone was alive, and we didn't take no casualties, so God bless that. So that's where I deployed.
People got sick though, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Like we had people like on post, which means like we had our guns and we were like observe like the immediate area that we were at, and people would just like be puking and like falling on the floor and shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I think.
What was like the average temperature there?
Oh, the average was 110.
Jeez.
But it like to you guys it may seem hot, but you get used to it.
Right.
You adapt so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to factor in, like, we're not wearing, like, shorts and a tank top, you know what I mean? We're wearing the full-on thing, our flak and Kevlar. A flak is, like, the helmet for, like, people that don't know what it is. Yeah. And, I'm sorry, the Kevlar is the helmet, and the flak is, like, the protective gear.
Yeah.
So, like, if someone shoots you in the chest, like, it's going to stop it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah, so that definitely adds weight on you. It's probably 110 out, and you feel like it's, like, 120,
man.
I feel like that's okay. Here, that people who don't respect the military I feel like they don't understand the sacrifices that are being made.
Yeah, mentally, like, physically, like in every way.
And I like you said, I'm open-minded, and I am. I try and look from every perspective, like why you don't like the military, why you disagree with some things, but you have to respect the things that these people are doing, right? Angelo just said that he was in Haiti helping people after a hurricane, correct? Mm-hmm. But when a lot of people talk about the military, all they talk about is the killings and the this and the that, but they never look at the real good things. That of course there are killings, of course there are things that you may not agree with going on in the military, but you have to sit back and kind of see the sacrifice that these people are making, right? And it's you can't sit here and listen to Angelo speak and say, well, the military sucks. How can you say that after someone just told you they went to Haiti after a hurricane, getting sick over it, like.
Yeah, just trying to help people.
Yeah,
how
it's crazy. No, it's crazy.
It's just like I said, I can understand the disagreements that you may have with the government, with the military, with the decisions with the things that are taking place in our culture or society. But you have to respect the individuals. I feel like, right? Yeah. If you don't respect the military per se, you have to respect the individuals inside of it, right? So you can't sit here and say, I don't respect Angelo. I can't. I'm open-minded, but I can't understand anybody who would say that.
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense to me.
No,
right?
it does bother me too.
Like, how does how do the people in the military see? Because, all right, let me say this: when I walk around everyday life, right, and I hang out with very diverse people, and I hang out with people with different mindsets and. Because I like to be around people who think differently than me, and also those who think similarly than me. Because I like to learn from others. Yeah. Because even if you disagree with somebody, there's a reason why they think like that. Right?
Absolutely.
And I like to try and understand that. So I hang out with different parties and different people. Do the people in the military, at least people that you're around, hear the things that people say in our society?
So basically, what you're asking me is like, how do Marines look at civilians?
Yeah,
about what we say about you guys,
right? Not necessarily the good things though, because of course we assume you respect us like we respect you if we respect you.
Oh, of course, right? Yeah.
But I'm saying the ones who maybe have disagreements or don't understand really what's going on. Do you guys look at them like?
We don't really like pay attention because it doesn't matter what your job is or like who you are, you're gonna have a hater. Like it's just the way life is, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like for example, like people.
Marcus Cousins, okay.
What? DeMarcus Cousins. Yeah, like for example, like DeMarcus Cousins, like he's trying to like provide for his family. I guess I don't even know if he has a goddamn family.
He took a pay cut. He just wants to write.
Yeah. I mean, like whatever DeMarcus Cousins is doing, like whatever his decision was, obviously it's pretty simple. He wants to get a ring. But like people are gonna hate whatever you do. Mm-hmm. It's just the way life is.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But if you were to compare it, say to like a police officer, everyone loves to say "fuck the cops," shit like that. Yeah. They'll just shit on them. But when you have someone in your house with a gun to your kids, who else do you want there to help you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they'll have the nerves to go. They have the nerve to go out and say "fuck the cops" and all this shit. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. When it's time for you that needs help, like you're not gonna be saying that. Yeah. And that same goes for him. Who else is gonna go out to Haiti and help all these people? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You see, the thing, the problem is. Okay, I've been in the Bronx. I've worked in Brooklyn. I mean, you don't know. I'll tell you later on when we hang out or whatnot. But from what I've experienced, it's not necessarily fuck the police, right? When people say that, I think what they're saying is fuck the system because of the way it
Like the jail system.
Right. It
is kind of true, though.
And a lot of the things that they say is off of what they see, right? So, like, you'll see things on social media and be, like, mind blown, like, that really happened. Like, some of the shootings that are going on, like, it's scary if you watch the videos, you know? And a lot of people, they'll say fuck the police, but they don't really mean it because they will call if they need to. You know? And another problem is they'll call and then, like, it doesn't go down the way they want it to. So, like, they'll call the police because they have an issue. For example, let's say there's a domestic violence, something going on in the house, right? The police will come. They'll restrain both people because they have to, right? But the one person will say, I was just getting hit. Why are you restraining me? So they'll call the police thinking that, you know, they're going to help them, but it doesn't go out the way they planned it to. Yeah. Right? So that's where the problem lies, is when they say fuck the police, I don't necessarily think they're saying fuck, let's say Angelo, for example, even though he's in the military, or you if you become a police officer. They're just saying, like, fuck, like, what is going on?
The idea of
they don't understand.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
I think I can help you out here.
Okay, go.
All right. Because, like, I'm thinking right now.
I want to hear you speak.
All right. So, this is how I think both of you guys, this will help you out. Fuck the man, but respect the system. You know what I mean? So, like obviously, like, someone's going to hate me, like, because I'm a Marine, right? Yeah. So, like, be like, oh, like, you know, that's Angelo Marchini. Like, he screwed me over one time. Like, fuck him, but I respect him because he's sacrificing the country. Maybe that's how people look at it, because like for example, like police officers, you know, sometimes they make, you know, decisions that not a lot of people, you know, agree with. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, you know, he's still a police officer, and the police, you know, force is always going to be there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So maybe like that one officer like couldn't help you out, but you know, you kind of got screwed over. You got the wrong police officer. You know? You know what I mean? It's just like the person didn't help you out, but the organization, I don't know if that's the right word to use.
It's so tough. The one thing that I try and tell people when I speak to them is try and look at it from every perspective. Yeah. Right? Putting yourself, or trying to put yourself in the shoes of a police officer. You know, the situation they get put in is not easy. You know, the decision that they have to make. Not at all. And a lot of things that I hear people say is, you know, if you can't handle it, don't, you know, take the job or don't pursue it. And my thing is, you don't know what you can handle unless it comes to you, right? So you may sit here and be like, I could handle, you know, getting hated on every day as a police officer, but you don't know until that actually happens, right? So it's like, it's really hard. It's hard because like I said, I try and look at it from both angles, and it's tough seeing the things that are going on. It's sad, right? It's sad to see the separation between our communities. You know, it really, really bothers me. And I think another thing that it comes down to is like, I think it all ties down to our education system. Like, a lot of things that are going on, like, I feel like we can educate our kids so differently. Like, we should know what taxes are. You know, we should know the way our government works, right? Like, I think these things are things that if we knew better, we would understand situations more.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree with that.
It's tough.
I definitely do believe that it roots back to the education system. Definitely, 100%. Yeah. But, like, some people, I feel like they believe the jail system is messed up. Because if you do think about it, say they're locking up people for drug possession, whatever, selling. They're putting them in the system. They're not really helping them that much. I hear they could learn. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's true or not. And then we're just putting them right back. There was a story, actually, not too long ago. There's one guy, he got caught robbing a bank, right? So he went to jail for whatever. The first day he got out, he robbed the same bank again and got caught again. How crazy is that? Like, are we actually helping these people? No. Or we're just putting them in timeout?
The jail system has a lot of issues. It has a lot. Rikers Island is a big mess, right? You saw the case. I feel so bad forgetting his name. Jay-Z did a documentary on it, and it was like a big. All right, so this is what happened. He stole the book bag, right? All right. I don't know if you know how the court system works. So, when you get put in jail for something, that's basically your waiting time for your court, your case to be figured out, right? So they'll put you, let's say for example, you steal something from a store. They'll put you in jail until your court case is up. Then you get your sentence once you have your court case. This kid never got his court case though, so he was in jail without a court case or anything. So he never got sentenced. Never got sentenced for anything. He stole a book bag. Ended up coming out after 3 years. They found him not guilty. not guilty, but he was in jail for 3 years. Because, like I said, he didn't have his court case.
Yeah.
So since he didn't have his court case, he was still there for that long. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was there for 3 years, ended up coming out and killing himself because he couldn't adapt to because you get taken away for so long, you come back.
Yeah.
You can't adapt, you know? It's a different world. It's like Angelo coming back from the Marines. If he didn't have certain things in his life, he might not be able to adapt to this lifestyle, so he might have to go back into the military.
Yeah.
Right? But fortunately for Angelo, he has people in his life like us to bring him back down and say, listen, we love you, you know, stay with us, you know? First thing I said to him when he came back in was, yo, don't go back, bro. Come on, stay with us, you know? Come back, hang out with us, you know? We miss you. You know, and there are some people who don't have that. And tying it together, like the military and the jail, it's similar. Like you go away for so long, you live a different life, you come back, and they might just go back in. You know, you might go back into jail because that's all you know.
Yeah,
that's true. You've been there for so long.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy. And you could probably speak on it, you know, with military, because I'm sure you've felt like, you know, I mean, you're not back yet, right? You still have a year and change probably. Yeah. So when that decision comes, we'll see where you stand. But you've definitely had times where you're like, you know what, I'm never going back.
Yeah. Well, like I've had like these past 3 years with like my decision of like my further future have been up and down. Like I've had times where I was like, you know, like fuck New York, I don't want to come back here anymore, or like fuck the military. And, like I've had so many thoughts, but I've made my like final decision like a couple weeks ago. Me and my mom sat down, we talked, and she was like, you know, like it's not. She actually wants me to do more years, but I told her like I'm not gonna do it because it's taking a lot out of my body, and I'm afraid it's gonna takes like. Have a toll on my mind too, you know what I mean? Because like right now, all I know is military. You know what I mean? Like if you put like books in front of me, as in like a math question, like it'll probably take me like a little while. You know what I'm saying? But like if I do it for 20 years, I'm not gonna like know what to do. But what I'm trying to say is like I'm in my decision. I'm gonna get out next year, October, and I'm gonna either be at NYPD or work for the union. You know, I would do college, but I don't feel like doing another 4 years of being trapped. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of like going away from being trapped, and I just want to like be free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean?
The one tip that I'll give you though when it comes to college, because I'm actually big on college now. At first, I didn't like high school. Like I didn't like school at all. I never liked school. But once I got into college, I kind of understood the importance of it. Not necessarily school in general. I'm saying college in particular.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of connections and have a lot of. There's so many things you could do while you're in college, like the connections you can make, the people you could meet. Yeah, I think that's very important.
Your social ability, a lot of things, man.
Before you say anything else, the one reason why I would stay in the Marine Corps is the brotherhood, because I've met so many great people.
Oh yeah.
Because I meet people from all over like the United States. Like for example, that kid you met yesterday, Zach. He's from Kentucky. Like you meet people from everywhere in the United States, and they're all good people. You know what I mean? So like that's one reason why I would stay in, because everything else, like I love the Marine Corps, but it's just not for me. It's not me.
And I don't want anybody to misconstrue what Angelo said, because earlier you said fuck military. You didn't mean it like
I didn't mean like that. Yeah. It's because like there are times in the military where like you
just miss like
that, and like you're so miserable because like the training that you're doing, because that's what they do. Like they don't really mess with your mind, but they want to push you to like your limits.
You've been through things that no one could even think of. You know what I mean? It's understandable.
Exactly.
Completely. It's like we understand and we know. You know, but I speak for us here. We want you to come back.
Yeah.
Come back. All right. We want to hang out with you. All right. I always said I love your energy. And I used to think it was annoying. Like,
yeah.
Now I love it.
Oh no,
you know.
Yeah,
man.
But
you have any topics you want to bring up or anything? Because I want to say something, but
no, bring up anything you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your show, man.
Well,
it's off an exchange, baby. Think the Gabe exchange.
Yeah, it's in the Gabe exchange.
So, I've been going through this thing lately, right? Where I'm 20 years old. I'm turning 21 in like March, right? So not too far away. Okay. Can't wait.
Get ready.
But I was talking to a friend, right? And I was talking to Christina, and I was listening to Christina. When I turn 22, I'm gonna find my girlfriend. I'm gonna marry her, right? Because I'm getting so fucking old to the point where like it's getting serious, right? This is my thing. I want to like get married at like a decent age, like 26, I guess, or like be in a serious relationship, and then eventually have kids and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're getting older, and like I don't have a girlfriend, and like
Dude.
I'm not worried about it, but it's like
nah, come on.
I'm not at all, but I'm understanding that I'm getting older, and I have to be more
and like
serious
that time
with that.
Will come.
Yeah.
Exactly. So how do you guys feel about that? Like, when
Honestly,
it comes to relationships and stuff, because we could ignore it and be like, I'm young. You're not gonna be young for too much longer.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Everyone likes to say these are like the years where you should be going out and having fun like that. But I just been in a serious relationship, almost 3 years. Vicky, you're probably watching this right now.
Yeah, Vicky.
But yeah, it depends who you are as a person.
Right.
If you're still in that party mode and you still want to have fun, it's how you are mentally. You know, if you don't feel like you could have an actual relationship, why be in it? Go have fun until you hit that point. It's gonna hit you like a fucking car. But
yeah. I'm kind of like in the same mode as you, man. Like I really want to like settle down, like get married, like not soon, but like within the next like 3, 4, 5 years.
And it's kind of, I'm sorry, did I cut you off again? Damn, 2 times, my bad. What's it called? And it's like kind of looked bad. Excuse me. It's like looked frowned upon to marry young, but why? Like,
it's love. Like love is a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Like people discriminate. Like, all right, so I told Gabe before, but I don't know if you noticed, but like in the military, like people get married like really quick and fast. So I'm not trying to like, I'm not trying to like call anybody out or like violate anybody, but like people get married like 18, 19, like 20 years old in the military. And at first I looked at it as I was like, like what are you guys doing? But like if you love somebody, like God bless, I'm supporting. Like my closest friend Mario, like he's having a kid in 5 weeks, and I'm like super excited because like that was my best friend, and like he's happy, he's making life, you know what I mean? Like he brought me to his family like a couple years ago, like he's kind of like my blood, you know what I mean? And like just like I'm not gonna say who it is, but like I told that person that like my best friend's being a father soon, and they were like, how old is he? And I was like, he's at the time he's 20, and that person was like, no. I'm like, what? And they're like, he's too young. I'm like, it doesn't matter, like if you're happy and you like what you want, like go right ahead, like you know what I mean?
I think above anything else, it's where you are in life.
Exactly.
Right. So even though we could all be the same age, but you could be making $100,000 more than I will, right? So maybe it's more understandable for you to have a kid than for me because it takes time and it takes money. And it takes serious commitment, right? So it all depends on where people are in life. And if Mario is at a point in his life where he could sustain it and understand it and be happy with what he's doing, then that's him. I don't think anybody should sit here and be like, oh, you're wrong for making that decision in your life. But I will say this though, I don't want a relationship right now because a lot of the relationships I see, listen to this. This to me is crazy. The fact that Gabe was at a party last night with his girlfriend today is unheard of.
No, that's
unheard of.
That's so true. Man.
It is unheard of, bro. How many relationships are so tight and like, just like it's crazy to me because if you guys can't experience things together, how are you gonna like understand each other, right? Because things are gonna happen in the future, especially 100%. When you're older. Your girl might get a job, you might get a job, and you might not be with each other as much as you used to, and it's like crazy to me how relationships are nowadays.
I know. I could go on my phone right now and hook up with anyone, just fucking swiping right all fucking day, just waiting, just waiting. It's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah,
bro, it's crazy.
Like, that's another thing that blows my mind is like I know like marriages that came off of Tinder, like
really,
yeah, like some pretty good marriages.
I know
some relationships. Yeah, but it's just so weird, like how like the world is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Like right now, like people are inside their rooms, listening to like some little peep swipe. It's so freaking
Such a random ass example.
Swiping right to find ass. You know what I mean? Like
I know.
It's crazy. And like the mentality of guys hitting on girls now, it's not there. Like if you go to a bar, like you never see guys talk to girls anymore. Which is weird, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And for the guys that do actually like go and hit on girls that have the confidence, they're looked at weird.
Yeah, the girls will look at them weird. Like,
they're looked at weird.
Why didn't you swipe right on me already?
Like it's so weird.
Bro, the other day, I went to Applebee's.
And
I got
2 for $20, half apps.
Applebee's is amazing.
Yeah,
hey, no free sponsors here on the Offing Exchange. No free sponsors.
Not yet. Joe Santagato got some. So.
Yo, Joe Santagato's the guy. But and I got a girl's number. Right?
Okay.
At Applebee's?
Yeah,
at the bar?
No, it was the you know who it was? The one that stands at the front. I forgot what that's called.
Hostess?
Yeah.
Hostess.
Hey.
I got her number, right? And
Fire.
my boys looked at me like I was nuts. Elijah was like, "You're not gonna ask for a number." I was like, "Why not?" You know, like it's crazy. It goes back to the same thing what you were saying, where it's like
just life is so different now. It's weird.
Why
man.
am I getting looked at weird? She's pretty. I'm gonna try to get her number. Like,
yeah.
But the thing is, you know why I think girls look at guys weird is because some guys are very persistent with it, and it's like, relax. Because some guys they'll just. You ever seen guys at the club? They'll get rejected, and they'll keep going back to the same girl even if she said no.
Yeah.
They
like,
go back to the boys, but like, hell no, fuck that bitch, dog, fuck that bitch, dog,
exactly.
and they come right
but
back.
They'll try and go dance with her again. So I could see why some women would feel intimidated by guys who will go up to them and ask for the number and stuff. But at the same time, it's like we just live in such a weird place. Right
It is
now.
weird.
Yeah.
It is weird. I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, why am I showing what I'm doing right now on my Instagram to a bunch of people? Like, I really don't even care about this at all. Like, why am I trying to get approval from other people right now?
Yeah.
That's why I've been trying to stay off that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're, like, everyone's living a fake life. Everyone's living a life through a screen, bro.
One of the things that I was studying when I first went into college, I was studying like social interaction and how technology affects it. Right.
That's an interesting class. I would love to take that.
And you'll be mind blown how crazy these things change people. For example, I don't know if you've ever been out, right? And you're having like a conversation, and then, you know, somebody wants to put it on their Snap or Instagram to like show whatever. You know how fast that kills a mood? I like have been around people, right? I did it the other day. I did it, and I don't normally do that. I took out my phone and took like a snap of somebody, and like the mood changed because you kind of interrupt that connection that was being made with some thing, right?
That's true, man.
And it's
I hear you. Or like some people, they'll just be chilling, say like friends on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably bored. They're just laying down or whatever. Then one of them takes out their phone, takes a selfie, and like acts all happy, completely changes the mood in that way. And then right when the phone's down, they just go back to it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What do we do now? What the fuck do we do?
It's insane. That actually happens.
It's disgusting. I kind of wish we grew up like maybe just like if we were born like 20 years before we were in 97. Before that would have been great.
You see, this is my thing with that because I hear a lot of people say that. I don't know if I agree with that because you don't know who you would be if you were born that time.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Because everything else was different. Like the music was different, the environment was different around you.
Different.
And
the work mentality,
everything,
you know
bro, everything was different.
Yeah, you're right.
So when people say that, I understand where you're coming from certain things, but at the same time, you can't actually say that. Because
by saying that, I just meant the social media aspects.
Yeah, no,
really.
of course, I understand.
Yeah.
Speaking of social media, like one of my best times in the Marine Corps was when I was in Syria. The reason being is because we didn't have phones. Like, we couldn't bring our phones. The reason being is for security reasons. Yeah. They didn't want us taking pictures and sending it out. But we did get lucky enough to, reserve a spot to use a computer, but it was only for 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. But, like, it was so beautiful because you actually got to interact with, like, the person to the left of you, playing cards. We made songs. Like, we were so bored off of a banjo.
Damn.
Yeah.
The next SoundCloud artist coming up.
Yeah, seriously.
Were you with the people in Syria or just, as a scout, just making sure nothing happens? Like, were you in the community or no?
Yeah, so we interact with the SDF, which stands for the Syrian Defense Force. We would work with them, and they would help. Like, we scratch their back, and they scratch our backs. We would, kind of, like, interact.
But you weren't in the community per se, like with the people. No. That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's so.
It was a good time, man.
I'm so like jealous of the shit that you've done, right? Because I always say, another thing that I say, experience is your best teacher, right? So you've been through so much shit that it's like you're so much stronger mentally than all of us, and you're our age, right? Like, you have the mental strength of someone who's like 60 years old, because 60-year-olds, they've been through. The reason why you talk to your elders because they have stories to tell you. Yeah. They can teach you from their experiences, right? Yeah. You're 20 years old, 21 years old, and you have so much more experience than all of us, and I'm so jealous. Yeah. I'm so fucking mad right now, but I'm so happy for you at the same time. Of course. It's awesome. You have any stories you want to share though about the military? Anything you want to say? Because we don't really get to have somebody who's our age who is in the military. And there may be some people that want to join the military who may hear this and may have doubts and may not know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to, like, sponsor Marine Corps, like, have people come in.
No, man, say what you feel, bro.
I would say that like it's probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life because it made me stronger, like in my head and my mind, and it, I always think about the future. You know what I mean? Like even when I was young, I was like.
So do I, all the time.
Like I always think about the future, and I was thinking to myself in high school, I was like, you know, like do I really want to tell my son that I went to Stony Brook or something like that, or I just work? You know, like I was like, I want to tell my son that. You know, I impacted the world somehow. Mm-hmm. Even if it's for 4 years, you know, that's still like something.
Yeah, no, of course.
You know what I mean? Like you have your podcast, you're impacting someone's life. You don't know if someone's like depressed and listening to your podcast and like it makes their day. For example, like I told you yesterday, like when I wake up in the mornings, like before we work out at 6 o'clock, like I listen to your podcast all week, and it just put me in a good mood. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to like like suck your dick as everyone says.
Get off your knees, dog. Get off no knees.
But like, I don't know. I just wanted to like impact the world, and I felt like the Marines was like the best way for me to do it. Like I followed my dreams. What I'm saying is like, for everyone that's listening, and like, if no one knows what they want to do in their life, like find something. For example, like yesterday, like I asked everybody, like, you know, what are you doing? And everyone gave me an answer. I love that. You know what I mean? Like for example, like someone was like, yeah, I'm working, I'm going to school, I'm doing this. Not one person was like, yeah, man, I'm just stuck in life. I'm just home. Mm-hmm. Everybody like is doing something. So like I don't judge. Like if you go to college, beautiful, man. Yeah. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. As long as you're safe and like you have a good mentality, that's all I want. You know what I mean? Like I don't care if you're working at McDonald's. Like go right ahead.
If that's what you want to do. Hell yeah.
No,
do it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Mm-hmm. Like I don't want people to look at me like a god, you know what I mean? Because I'm 21 years old from Queens. I'm a regular person.
Right.
But I chose a different path, and people have to choose their paths to make themselves happy. I'm happy. I mean, yeah, of course, every time.
That's interesting. I never heard that. People look at me like I'm a god, because a lot of the times people who are in the military kind of like, does that bother you that people come up to you like? That's the only thing that they talk about. Because I'm sure people that you see,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
How's the military? What you been through? How's that? Don't you watch, like, how does that make you feel?
I'm not going to lie to you. Like, sometimes it gets really annoying. Because when I come home, I'm Angelo Marchini.
Right.
I'm the 21-year-old from Whitestone, Queens, New York. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't shave when I'm home, because I don't want people to think I'm a Marine. Like, I'm not hiding it. It's just like, I just want to be like a regular teen. Like, well, we're not teenagers no more. Wow. That's weird.
That's what I was saying.
No, that was weird.
Oh
my God.
That's
so
what I was
weird.
just saying before, bro.
That's pretty sick.
You see what I'm saying? We're getting old.
Shit.
Fuck.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow. And that was not edited or anything. Not
no,
scripted.
bro. Like,
but seriously, like I just want to be a normal person. You know what I mean? But if someone has a question, yeah, I'm gonna answer them.
Right.
But I like to feel normal. You know what I mean? Like 100%. That's why I don't go around. I don't wear like USMC shirts or like go brag, wear my uniforms around.
Rock some nice camo pants outside.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But I do get looked as in like the neighborhood celebrity, if that makes sense.
Nah,
because people be like, oh, you know, that's Angelo from the Marines. You know, like people are happy to see me, which you know I love. You know what I mean? Like
you're like it
just
Arnold
makes me happy.
Schwarzenegger of Malva,
bro. You know,
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
This is why it's important to have conversations with people that you may not necessarily have conversations with. Because if I never had this conversation with Angelo, all of us wouldn't understand the fact that see, this is how I think a lot of people feel. When you come back, we want to talk to you about your experience because we want to show that we care, right? But to you, from your perspective, it's like, I just want to be Angelo.
Yeah,
right?
I just
want to talk to me like I went to Holy Cross High School, right? Just act like you saw me in the army the other day. You know, like I'm who I am, right? And it's important to have this conversation because we never had that conversation. I didn't know that, right?
Yeah.
But it's interesting that you're saying that because I'm thinking about it and it makes sense. It's like somebody who's disabled, right? They don't want to talk about their disability all day.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to just be themselves. Talk to them like they're normal, right? It's like when you have an insecurity and someone keeps
questioning it,
talking about it, like, yo, you have a big nose, bro. Oh, thanks, man. Like, yo, so how do you get girls with that nose? Like, yo, can you shut the fuck up now?
Can
like,
you smell it from here?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's like 100% true.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
But I don't know, like, I hope I didn't say it the wrong way.
No,
like,
you didn't. I understood exactly
because
what
like
you're saying.
I'm not saying like when people come up to me and ask me, it gets me happy because like yo, like he knows what I'm doing with my life. You know what I mean? Like for example, like I forgot his name. I think his name is Kobe, and
Kobe LaPlace?
Yeah, and he hangs out with Eddie D.
Yeah.
Like, I know of them, but like I'm not like, you know, like if I'm bored I'm gonna hit him up. Like I know of them, and I saw him at Bourbon Street the other day, and I said what's up to him, because you know, like if I know you I'm gonna say hi to you. You know, I'm always like in a good vibe. And then like I was giving him like the dap with the hug, and Kobe and Eddie D were like, you know, like how's the Army? I mean, yeah, it wasn't. They didn't say the Marines, but like it just made me happy because like I don't know them that well,
right?
But they know what I'm doing in my life,
yeah.
And like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm like the neighborhood celebrity because like people know of me and they know what I'm doing. Like,
and that could go back to social media. That's actually one of the few benefits of social media.
Yeah, we
But I don't even follow them on any social media.
Right.
So like I don't know. Like I know people talk about me, but like it's all in a good way. You know what I mean? And I like to be that guy that like walks around and people like know who I am.
Yeah.
You know
no, we understand what you're saying. You're not saying that you don't want people to ask you.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely
not. You're
not.
just saying sometimes you like to feel like, just normal, I'm Angelo. You know,
just chill.
And if anybody has questions, I'm sure you could always
hit
up
course.
Angelo.
You can
he'll talk to you
follow me on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, your Instagram was already at the beginning of the video.
Oh, right,
but
okay.
another something else I want to ask you, because something I like to do on my podcast is try and help people understand, or try and ask questions I think people want answers to, right? So when I had my friend Sam on about the becoming trans from female to male, I was asking questions like, if you're having sex with somebody, you think you should tell them, right? Like that's a question that I feel like people want answers to, and hearing it from them. So a question I want to ask you is, if there's somebody who's young, right, and they don't know what they want to do after high school, because that's a lot of times, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a lot of times when people go into the Marines, is where they don't know what they want to do, so they're like, you know what, I'm going to take this route and see where it gets me. What do you tell somebody who's unsure about what they want to do?
All right, so like,
and how what was your mindset when you were at that point?
So in my eyes, that's a huge mistake. Like, if you don't know what you're doing and you think military is the right way to do it, like, that's a huge mistake. You have to like look into this, because like I looked into it like a little bit, but I didn't look into it like deeply, because you guys probably don't even know, but like in the Marine Corps and like every branch, it's not just about picking up a gun and shooting it. There's literally like there's what we call it MOSs, which is jobs. Like I didn't know you can be a photographer in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
It's called combat camera, which means like, you know, like they take pictures. So for example, like what I'm trying to say is like, look into it before you be like, all right, I'm just gonna join the military because I have nothing to do in my life. Like,
don't use it as like an escape.
Yeah. Like this isn't like trying a new haircut style, you know what I mean? Like this is 4 years of my life, you know what I mean? And I know people that I only did 1 year because they couldn't take it. Like the military is not for everybody, and I hate people that say like, oh, this branch is more softer than this one. You're still fighting for a beautiful country, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
it's such a decision, but it'll make me happy for someone to join whatever it is. For example, when we're talking about Matt.
Matt's what's the last name? Sequoia's brother?
Yeah.
Matt Cirillo, I think is his
name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for example, like he posted that he's going to the Army. I'm like, yo, like that made me happy because like he lives in Whitestone or College Point.
Whitestone.
Whatever it is, like he's one of like our brothers, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna support him, and he's making a good decision. And especially for me, it's good because like I'm more experienced than him, and seeing him come into it, like that makes me happy. So like definitely like look into it, and like don't do something you're gonna regret for the rest of your life, because everyone's gonna have regrets, but you don't want these 4 years to be the biggest regret of your life. You know what I mean?
One of the things that I like, the way I think is you can't really sit here and regret anything, right? Because I feel like at the time it made you happy, and at the time it was the right decision, and you'll learn from everything you go through, right? Yeah. So even if you make a decision, you gotta try not to regret it, no matter what it is.
Of course.
But what was your mindset after high school exactly, when it came to like either college or this route or military? Like what was your?
All right, so I'm gonna tell you my story.
Yeah.
On how I got into the Marine Corps. So when I was like maybe a freshman or sophomore in high school, I was like, I want to be a Marine. But I told my mom and dad, and they were like, no, it's not going to happen. I don't want you to get hurt. You know, it's my family's decision. You know, I respected it. But I was thinking like maybe if I get older, I can just do it myself.
But wait, when you were a freshman, why did you think you wanted to be? Do you remember that far back? Like what?
Yeah, all right. So if any Marines are like listen to this, it's like really motivating. But I was watching TV just like a normal person, and I saw the commercial come on.
The Few the Proud.
Yeah, the Few the Proud Marines, and they were wearing it's a uniform called the Dress Blues. I don't know if you've seen it. It's got the blue pants with the black coat. Here, I'll pull the picture.
Here, I'll put it on the screen.
Okay.
Just send it to me. It'll be on the screen right somewhere.
All right.
Okay, that uniform.
Okay. Well, the person in the commercial was wearing that uniform, and I looked to the side and I was like, that's gonna be me. Like that uniform motivated me. I was like, I want to be that fucking. Excuse my words. No, I want to be that Marine to wear that uniform proud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And ever since then, I took everything out of my mind, college, being in a long relationship,
right?
Because I didn't want nobody to go through that. But my family didn't support it whatsoever. Right. It's not because they thought it was stupid. They just didn't want me to get.
They were scared.
Killed. Yeah.
They care about you.
Yeah, they care about me. And then my dad got sick in 2014. And before he passed away, I asked him one more time. I was like, "Yo, Dad, can I be a Marine?" And he approved of it. I was like, "Awesome." You know, I got his word. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm not gonna waste no time. As soon as I graduate high school, I'm gonna join the Marine Corps. I mean, of course, I wait a couple months, but I wanted my life to start right away after high school. Mm-hmm. So I joined the Marine Corps.
So it was just a decision you made, and then like you said, you're happy about it.
Yeah.
How of course, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. But how did that passing of your father affect you? It motivated you, or did it
motivated me? It definitely motivated me.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to mourn. Mm-hmm. My dad's best friend got mad at me because I was the first couple of days I was upset. I was in my kitchen, and he was like, "Don't be upset." I'm like, why? He's like, "You think your dad wants to see you crying, or do you think your dad wants to see you stand up tall and make him proud?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna mourn. Mm-hmm. You know, there's no reason to. He's in a better place.
Yeah.
And this just motivates me to make him proud. So
right.
The Marine Corps really helped me out with that. Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons why I love what I do.
I had a friend, a close friend of mine. His sister passed away recently. She got hit by a car, and it was fatal. And she was senior in high school, so it was really hard for us. But I look at him, and he's in a good place because I think he kind of took the same approach you took. You need to take this thing that happened and make it into something better, right? You need to take these situations that happen, and you can't roll back, you can't roll down and just can't be like a turtle and just go in your shell. You got to show why you're stronger and you're better. And it's crazy. Yeah. Damn, yo, I'm so mad at you. I'm mad. Angelo, don't talk to me anymore. Because you've been through so much shit, and it's not fair. All right? Listen, I wish I was as strong as you. Mentally, I don't think people understand. People don't understand how much it takes to go through these things. Because it never happens to them, right? If it's never happened to you, you don't understand how it would feel. And it's never happened to me. But I've had people close to me that it's happened to, and I could just see how strong they are mentally. You know how it feels to lose somebody, and I don't, right? And that scares me because I don't know how I'm going to react. But you are able to tell somebody listen, I know how it feels, and I'm here for you, and I don't have that experience, right? And I don't know. You're awesome.
I know exactly what you mean. For example, Gabe and Joe know what I'm going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vice versa. Give me a random name that we know.
Elijah.
Elijah. You know what I mean? He knows what I'm doing, but him, he knows what I'm going through. You know what I mean?
And I think that's something that's underlooked too. You need to have these people around you, like Gabe and your other best friends, Joe.
Joe Walsh. Yeah.
Yeah. You need to have them in your life to kind of hold you down, you know? If it wasn't for the guys, Elijah, Nick, and Jay, that's been my boys for how many years?
You have your own clique, I have my
If it wasn't for them, I don't know where exactly I would be, you know? And it's sad when you think about people who don't have that connection with some people, because there are people out there that don't have that connection, you know? And that's tough, you know, and that's tough. We were talking about on the other, when I was talking to the guys the other day, it's hard to, imagine going through life without them.
Dude, I don't know where I would be. I honestly, I probably would never come home.
Bro, what I don't know where I would be without my boys.
Exactly.
With them,
it's crazy.
When this shit happened with my ex, they were there for me. As soon as it happened, I sent pictures to Nick, right away. I'll never forget it, things like that. It's crazy.
It is, man. I'm gonna go off topic a motherfucker right now.
Go.
But you ever watch the show Friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just finished all 10 seasons on Netflix. And like I was watching, you know, I was paying attention, but I kind of stepped back. I was like, this is how I picture my life. You know, like 6 people. They go to the same place every day at the coffee shop, and like they have their own clique, but like they're like mature. You know what I mean? Like they have their lives. Like I don't know. That's how I picture my life. Like me, Gabe, and Joe, or like whoever like comes down the road in my life. Like that's how I picture my life. You know? What I mean?
Yeah. Like the one thing I told the guys, the one thing that I want, okay, when we get older. Our wives have to like each other. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care. Yeah. We're going to the bar. You guys can chill at the crib. You know what I mean? Like, I need that. Like, that has to be a thing. Yeah. Like, when we go to the beach, the girls tan, the guys go fucking play. Gym, you know? Yeah, something like go fucking play football on the beach, like something. You know, that's definitely a goal of mine in the future, for sure. That'd be a great goal. That is awesome.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all right, for a while, like I'll be honest with you. Like, so when me and my ex broke up, I was like, you know, like I'm never gonna get in a relationship. I'm gonna stay single, like do me for the rest of my life. Yeah. But I was thinking, like, I don't want to be that man that's alone. Like, even if, because I'm not guaranteed to get married, you know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, I definitely don't want to be like alone. You know, like Friends. The show made me realize, like, like even if it's like 3 people, 6 or 7, like I don't want to be alone in life. You know what I mean? And I highly doubt any of you guys or anyone that's listening wants to be in that same mentality. Yeah.
What I was going to say, another thing that we're talking about marriage a lot, but there's nothing wrong with not getting married too. Like if you don't want to get married, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody, to each their own, but that's just our personal goals, you know, and sometimes we have to say that because some people, they'll watch this or they'll see things and they'll be like, you ever see something on the internet and then you're like, I'm not like that, you know, I suck. You know, like, that's not how you should think about things. If you're listening to this and you're hearing us talk about marriage and girls and whatever, don't think that just because you don't think the same way we do that you're different or you're wrong. You know, just
our opinions are not fucking facts.
Yeah, they're just personal preferences, right? It's like when I was talking to you guys about that girl earlier, you know, I thought she's really pretty and but it's just like conflict of interest, you know, and that, you know, sometimes can be worked out, sometimes can. And if you don't have the same accomplishments or goals that we have, then it's no big deal, to each their own. You know, and don't look at things on the internet and be like, I suck because I'm not like them, you know. Use that as motivation. That's what I try and do. Like, if I see something like Angelo motivates me, like Gabe being with his girl for 3 years, that motivates me right there.
I can barely last a month.
Like, coming up next month.
Yeah, like,
gotta buy a present. Haven't done that
See,
yet.
things like that. That's what I was talking about earlier. When a close friend, Elijah finds is so obsessed with like Kanye and like his whole ideologies and things like that. And I'm different, right? I find motivation with the people that I'm around. I don't look at a celebrity and say you're the best thing in the world. Yeah. You know, I find motivation from people around me. Like I said,
that. I find that very interesting. There's not a lot of people that think like that.
Yeah, like seeing Gabe, like I went on his Instagram today. Like I told you, I was like, do I follow? I want to say, he's still with that girl? Shit, I saw her last night. Like that's so awesome. Like things like that.
That's a relationship I want. Motherfuckers be like, they're still dating? Like, goddamn, you know?
Because I seen his prom picture on his Instagram page. I was like, damn, what the fuck? That's crazy. Bro. Oh man.
Like, God bless. But their relationship is good because it's a best friend relationship. Like, you guys all have the same friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, mutual friends.
But like I said, though, that him being at a party alone shows his relationship is different than relationships right now. Yeah. There are, we already went over this, but there are so many relationships that are just, like, locked together. If we're not going anywhere. We're just going to be just us, you know? And that's not the worst mentality to have, like us against the world type of mentality. Yeah. But at the same time, you have to be open to experiencing
new things. Because when you get older, you're going to have to go to social events. You're going to do stuff.
It's like I said, you're going to have separate jobs. You're going to be in different worlds sometimes, you know? Exactly. And you need to know how to balance it out with and without each other.
Yeah, exactly. But like that's super key for me.
Yeah. But all right. Well, we've been going for 53 minutes, by the way. I don't know if
it feels like 10. Goddamn.
But all right. Well, I guess you guys have any topics you want to bring up? Anything you want to say?
If you have any questions,
if you got anything,
I'll feel free.
Any random ideas we could bullshit on. I don't care.
By the way, like, I think the next time we'll be here is Thanksgiving. So like, if anybody has any questions, I'm like advertising. They can
go ahead.
Like they can leave in the comments. And, like, you can write it down, and I'll definitely talk about it. Yeah. Like, anything. Like,
I'll definitely have you back. I want to have 10 episodes, right, of different guests.
Okay.
And then after the 10th, I'll have
season
re,
two type
and
thing.
I'll have right. I'll have
okay.
the same. I'll have because I want to have like 10 episodes of like I said, 10 episodes, different guests each one of those episodes, and then after the 10th, I'll have reoccurring people. Like, for example, if I have my friend Carissa for the first episode, I don't want her on until the 10th or the 11th. You know, like just because.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. So
awesome.
If anything, and then we can mix. Like I have you and Gabe, and then someone else here, and it's gonna be fun, man. Just hit me up when you come back, and we'll talk about it.
We had a good time on the podcast.
We'll hang out, bro.
It was over. It was good.
I mean, you guys have wait. You said you had a topic earlier, no, or something you wanted to bring up?
Yeah. All right, so
go ahead.
So this happened to us like as we were coming here.
Okay.
So I guess this has to do with like the phones.
Yeah.
So like my phone was on 2%, and I was putting your address into the the Google Maps, and my phone died, and I was like, all right. He has the address, but he doesn't have the Google Maps.
I deleted Apple Maps because I don't fuck with them. I'm a straight Google Maps gang. Yeah. But he sent me like your location, so I guess it wasn't opening. It wanted me to download the app. I'm like, fuck that shit.
So we had to go old school. It was I'm not gonna say your address, but it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
we were reading street signs.
Yeah. So we had to go old school, and
awesome.
it's crazy, like how
we felt like Christopher Columbus.
Yeah,
we were
facts.
going mad slow off to the side reading.
It was crazy, but it's just weird that like it is like our generation below because obviously a 6-year-old guy knows what
That's why I have respect for my dad. This man, he doesn't have a smartphone. He doesn't even have a GPS. We just got a newer car, so now we have a GPS within the car. But before, this guy would straight up whip out the map of the highways, and he would know how to get there. Like, we couldn't do that shit.
No shot. No
shot.
shot, dude. Did they teach you in the military about that or no?
Like how to read a map.
Yeah,
good locations if you ever get lost. Yeah. Oh my god.
That's awesome, bro.
It's a lot of knowledge. Like it sucks to like learn it because like it's too much, but it's great. I'm probably never gonna use it, but
no, learning anything new is always beautiful though.
Yeah,
they know more knowledge. It's always better.
What about like Marines have a lot of slogans. Yeah. And another slogan we have is knowledge is power. You know what I mean?
That one's good.
So like if I learn how to maneuver better on the battlefield, like that extra step of me learning is power. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like that's a perfect example.
That's no. What are you gonna say? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna finish up the story.
Yeah, go.
All right, so we're doing the whole street sign thing. We find it right, and then he goes, "Damn, your phone's dead, so you can't call him and tell him that you're outside." And then I'm like, I can ring the doorbell. Relax.
Dude, I gave him the weirdest look ever.
But it's sad that
crazy,
that, like,
bro.
Now like people will like text their girlfriends or like their friends, be like, "Hey babe, I'm outside." Vice versa, like not going to the doorbell.
You know, we're starting the new wave.
Like old school.
2018, we're ringing doorbells again.
Can we go ding dong ditch?
Yo,
I used to do that all the time, dude. No, but honestly, like even like when we're younger, like on my block, I had 2 friends. I had my boy Alex and John. They're on my block, and I just remember just ringing their doorbell to come out and play. Like, I feel like little kids aren't doing that no more.
Nah, no shot, bro. They'd be nah. Yo, it's crazy that I could deadass send my location to somebody. Yo, Snapchat knows where you are, bro. That doesn't scare you.
That's creepy.
That doesn't scare you.
That doesn't. If you have that mode on, you're just weird. You're asking something.
That's ridiculous. They don't. Oh man, that's crazy.
It's just a mentality of like how things change. Like,
but that's so funny that you guys were using the actual sign.
Yeah, the sign that you had to ring your doorbell.
We're
like, what's going on in this world, man? Like,
that's so funny.
And then I was like, yo, like this is a perfect topic to ring up.
That's so funny.
Like people don't realize like how we're changing.
Oh my god.
Because like if I didn't mention it, like probably no one would really like realize.
People don't even like realize.
Yeah, like for example, like give it 10 years. How many people can say that they know how to read a clock? You know what I mean?
Bro, sometimes I look at the clock, I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
You know, bro, like
why do I gotta focus for more than 2 seconds right now?
Like, give it 10 years and, like, those, what are they called? They're called
digital.
No, it's not digital because a digital's like.
Angelo, talk into the mic, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, they can't hear you.
Just a regular clock?
Yeah, all right, yeah, just like a regular clock.
I think they're just called clocks.
Yeah.
See, look, we don't even.
Is it something? It's not called something.
Oh
my god.
The special clocks with those 2 weird things.
Yeah. And you know what I'm talking about, but
yeah.
It's just crazy, man.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
When you were ringing doorbells when you were younger, what was like a rude amount of push-ins? You know what I mean? Dings. How many dings would you do? I think it was a 2 dinger, like a ping ping.
I was just
like a rude amount.
I would bring it once because I was afraid of the parents. You know, like I didn't want the mom.
That's exactly what I was fearing.
Yeah.
I was scared your mom's gonna get tight at us ringing the bell.
Nah.
But I don't know, like my doorbell. All you gotta do is like hit it once, and it does like the whole like ding ding ding. So like back when I was young, I was always
multiple ding.
Yeah,
that's sick. I gotta get on that.
Yo, isn't it crazy? Like nobody uses doorbells. Like
nobody uses doorbells.
Even when you get a even when you get a package now, you know they text your phone, bro.
Facts, bro. Like how crazy is this world, man?
Fucking Amazon, dude. Jeff Bezos taking over the world,
bro. Yo, someone said to me the other day, they were like, the next world war is gonna be fought on technology, like fucking like knock out somebody's electricity and Wi-Fi and they're done, and they'll just die.
That's true. You rely heavy on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no,
it's crazy.
This mysterious about that. That's just in the air, like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But, speaking of war and technology, so one of our biggest threats in Syria, you would never believe it, were drones.
Yes, bro, 100% I believe that shit. I have a drone.
It's so crazy.
I can fly. I mean, of course, it doesn't have like a fucking rocket on it or whatever, but
like,
fucking a missile or some shit.
Yeah.
But I can fucking fly a drone in the sky.
Yeah, that's mad annoying. I hate when people have that over my house. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? Why do you need to be hovering over my house?
Yeah, seriously.
Do you do that? I hope you don't do that.
No, you know what? You know what? I don't fly my drone like on the regular, but when I do, like for example, I go hiking. I started going hiking. Like you should come me one day.
What hike?
Bear Mountain. I go to Bear Mountain.
I did Bear
all the
Mountain.
time.
You should do Monhawk. I might be pronouncing it wrong.
Where's that?
It's a really good Newport. It's awesome. You have to actually climb up rocks and shit.
Oh, really?
Love it.
No, you know what it is? I did Bear Mountain once, but I went with Jay and Nick, right?
Yeah.
There's one path. I think it's, if you ever go again, I think it's the yellow trail. The white one is the basic one. You just go up and like you go to the top. This yellow one, bro, we saw a rattlesnake on the trail, 2 black snakes, and a wild turkey. Because you know why? What it does is it connects the 2 mountains. Yeah. So you'll go up Bear Mountain and you cross the street. We didn't realize because we're fucking oblivious, just following the trail. Yeah. And you cross the street onto the other mountain, and it's upstate, you know, so you get lost so easily. Wow. So we were on another mountain without knowing it. So we still thought we were on Bear Mountain, but the trail leads.
Was there still a path in this
other
mountain? Oh, okay.
It was very thin. It was like literally like it wasn't like a paved path. It was like you could tell there was a path there, but we climbed up like some, bro. It was sick. It was awesome. I would do it.
So you guys made it to the top.
There was no top, bro. It was literally just.
So it was just land.
Yeah, it was sick.
I mean, that's cooler than
we were hiking for 5 hours.
Then that's a real hike right there, man.
5
that's a real hike.
hours.
That's
bro.
crazy.
It was sick. I had my drone with me. I had my camera with me, and I didn't even take it out because we were so like just going, you know. And that's another beautiful thing is like putting the technology down, just going and have a conversation. It's amazing, bro. Like
it's life.
It's awesome. It really is.
Not thinking about what other people think about what you're
doing.
Just
bullshitting, bro. Like it's amazing. Like going out to like. I'm a city guy. I love the city. Like I'm born here, and when I leave, I miss it. Right?
City as in Manhattan or like
just like this, like Queens, Manhattan, everything. Okay. You know.
Oh my God, yes.
I like houses and shit. I don't know, like trees, they're cool, but whatever. Yeah. But going away every once in a while is beautiful. Like going out and
definitely
just changing your environment. I said like in one of my vlogs, I said like you should change the environment that you're in because you could find motivation everywhere you go. Right, like seeing
inspire you doing
exactly like you don't know what you don't know what you like till you try it. So if you've never been to the fucking desert, you don't know if you're like maybe you like the desert, living there. You don't know, maybe you like that warm of weather. You know, you never know. But
definitely recommend experiencing new things. That's something personally I've been trying to do as well.
Exactly, same.
Get out of the comfort zone.
Same.
It's a big thing we all suffer from. You know,
100%. You get too comfortable and then you stop learning things. You just stop doing the things.
Little turtle.
All right.
Yeah.
Like I said before, you fucking go into your shell.
Yep,
that's it.
You gotta do something new, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got it.
Because experiences, you said before.
Best teacher.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah,
you like that. You like that. You like that. You like that.
I like that shit.
You gotta trademark that.
There we go. Seriously.
I don't know if you made that one up, but it was good.
Alright, you know what? We're gonna fucking end this shit. It's been an hour, 3 minutes. Thank you guys for stopping by the office.
No doubt.
Appreciate
it. It was a good time.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. We'll see you later.
Peace.
Alright.